I'm Germain Dufour, spiritual leader of the global community and president of Earth Government, the Federation of Global Governments. Today we will go over the issue of global sustainability. We live in a world where all natural and human resources are exploited without limits, so that a small minority can consume far more than their rightful share of the world's real wealth. Now, while this is going on, we found that the industrial era faces a burnout because it is exhausting the human and natural resources base on which our very lives depend. A sound governance and management of our planet is needed for the long-term survival of our species. And we need to realize what is a priority, what is the most important, and what is the least important for our survival. We need to make hard choices, we need a clear vision, we need a common vision, and we must all change. There are many important aspects of our lives we can no longer do or should never do anymore. They are destructive. Humanity and all life can no longer afford activities that destroy life and the global environment, and certainly the military is a major one of them. And there are other activities we must do, thousands of them, to assure the survival of life on Earth. In view of the planetary state of emergency, we all must change. We must do things differently to give life on Earth a better survival chance. We need ways of organizing ourselves to help us live in a world with less energy and fewer material goods. We need to recover a deep sense of community that has disappeared from many of our lives. This means letting go a sense of ourselves as consumption machine. The global community has found that consumption of the earth resources and the amount of waste we create can be managed very differently, more efficiently, and be less destructive to the global environment. Our ways of doing business and trade can be improved upon to decrease waste and consumption of earth resources. Often what is called trade is really moving of resources across borders between subsidiaries of the same corporation. Nothing to do with the free competition. The global community has developed a strategy to improve our ways of doing business and trade so as to protect all life on the planet. You manufacture, produce, mine, farm, or create a product, you become legally and morally responsible and accountable of your product from beginning to end, to the point where it actually becomes a waste. You are also responsible for the proper disposal of the waste. This product may be anything and everything from oil and gas, weapons, war products, to genetically engineered food products, all consumer products, all pharmaceutical products. The natural resources of the earth belong to all the global communities along with the global community where they are found. When people know they own the resources in their communities, then people can start directing the wealth of their resources towards the building of local to global economic democracies in order to meet the needs for food, shelter, universal healthcare, education, and employment for all in their community. The global community concept of ownership states that land and natural resources of our planet are a common heritage and belong equally to everyone, to all life on Earth as a birthright. Products and services created by individuals are properly viewed as private property. Products and services created by a group of individuals are properly viewed as collective property. Along with ownership, comes the obligation of using the resources, share them or lose them. Land and all other earth natural resources are not commodities. Use the land, share it or lose it. This principle also applies to banks and similar institutions all over the world and to Wall Street. You own property because the previous owners could not pay. Use that property, share it or lose it. It should also be our goal to create locally owned enterprises that sustainably harvest and process local resources to produce jobs, goods and services. We should favor local firms and workers who pay local taxes, live by local rules, respect and nurture the local ecosystems, compete fairly in local markets, and contribute to community life. A community should benefit from the use of commonly held natural resources. That includes land, air, water, all minerals, and the electromagnetic spectrum. The exploitation and use of natural resources should be taxed. Moving taxes onto resources and land use and off of incomes should make people less expensive to employ. Labor should not be taxed, but pollution should. Resources should be taxed before entering the manufacturing process in order to green all aspects from extraction phase to the finished product. Be sustainable locally first and globally next only if needed. Let go of the WTO, NAFTA, or any free trade agreement. A workable type of Tobin tax should be in place as it is a powerful instrument to promote global sustainability and force shareholders to be responsible and accountable to the people. A Tobin tax is a tax on all trade of currency across borders to put a penalty on short-term speculation in currencies. The tax rate should be 10 to 25 cents per $100. The proposal is important due to its potential to prevent global financial crisis such as we are seeing now. Also, an estimated $500 billion per year makes it possible to meet urgent global priorities such as preventing global warming, disease, and unemployment. The tax should be managed by the global community and the Federation of Global Governments. In the globalized economy, there is a lack of adequate funding for global problems, which threatens local communities worldwide. Projects which could help to address these needs and create jobs will cost about $500 billion annually. We need the Tobin tax because private donors do not meet the needs and some nations cut their aid budgets. Thank you.